All right, here's my question, Pete.
Yeah.
I've teased this, and we never got to it last week. And you hate ranking things. What is the greatest boxing movie of all time?
Rocky 3.
Explain.
Sure.
Gladly.
It has everything.
Okay.
There's really nothing more you can want. I mean, you've got Rocky, who has now come of a, like, he is now legitimately one of the most notable figures, the way they portray it in America. Okay. He's a superstar.
Yeah.
Cover of Time Magazine, Sports Illustrated. He's on the Muppet Show. They go through all this, right? I mean, they do a great job of showing the crossover that Rocky has achieved. You know, he's on the Muppet Show. He's like kid friendly. Everybody loves Rocky, but he's very wealthy. He goes soft. So the table is set there for a great storyline. Mr. T, who at the time was, again, in reality, probably one of the most popular people in America.
Sure.
Hulk Hogan, who was like coming on the scene, who Zach is uncomfortable right now because he hates Hogan.
Thunderlips.
Yeah, Zach hates Hogan. Zach, if Hogan's talking, what's happening?
Lies are coming out of his mouth.
There you go. He's lying. If Hogan's talking, he's lying, according to Zach. So it's got Hulk Hogan, and it's got the most underrated actor, sports actor of all time, which is Carl Weathers. Like, he's still in the mix.
He's in some other ones too.
Yeah, some other Rockies. Yeah, but that movie to me has everything you need, and it has the best post Godfather performance by Talia Shire, the beach scene.
Sure.
It actually, you and I have sat here before and talked about love stories that really don't jive in some of these movies. It absolutely was the perfect love story intertwined into a movie.
Well, I always thought Rocky handled that well. The Rocky saga. I thought the Rocky saga has always handled that well.
Yeah. Well, she's a bit of a wet blanket at times.
Yeah,
it's like, but, hey, come on, this is enough already.
Right, but it's never overtaking the story.
Yes, but in this one, she's inspiring him to win. Like, you know, and it's not like don't blah, blah, blah. She's like, what are you afraid of? It's a great speech and a great conversation. So there's really good acting. It's got all the sizzle, the popcorn. It's got it all.
Because I think boxing has the best movies of sports movies. To the point where I almost put it in a separate category. I don't have any reason to, but I almost do. Like, when people ask what my favorite sports movie is, like, I don't think of the Rocky movies or Raging Bull or anything like that. Because I asked Mosley, and he said right away, boxing movie, Raging Bull.
Let me tell you why I said Raging Bull, because it makes him look smart. And
I mean, Raging Bull's a great movie.
It makes him look like, sure, but it makes you
Pete's
look like
oh, it's in black and white. It's
no,
stupid.
No. It's just like, of course, right? Raging
no,
Bull.
I actually,
okay. You like motion pictures. I get it.
I actually agree with you on this. I think that's exactly why he said that.
Exactly. How can I say something, respond quickly enough, and not look stupid?
Because he knows I'm a snob too.
Yeah.
So let's like he doesn't want to get in the argument that like we would have about snob versus non-snob. Like, he doesn't even want to do that. But it's got to be Raging Bull.
But then you said
I think Rage. Yeah, and so we start talking about it, and then I start talking about the Rocky movies, and like 2 minutes into this, he's like, I didn't even consider the Rocky movies.
Now people
just wanted to change his answer right away.
And some people might say Rocky, the original, which, by the way, won Best Picture.
The best of the movies. Mine is Rocky 4, but
Rocky 4 is amazing. It's
great, because I love America, baby.
It's tough to debate, but Rocky 1, if you rewatch it now, which I have in recent years, it is, and I'm not just saying like motion picture art film slow. It's slow.
Yeah,
the movie is very slow, and it gets dull at times. It just does. And I'm not saying you need something every 20 seconds like John Wick, but
Rocky 4 is really good at that. Like, once they get to 4, like, they know we're appealing to a widespread audience.
Yeah.
Like, let's just hammer this down. And
it's
not like crazy action, but there's something happening all the time.
This shows you how
Rocky 3 is that's kind of that same way too.
Rocky 3 was amazing. It was so amazing. I mean, on the steps of the art museum when Mr. T is challenging him and telling him that he's going to bang his wife. Like, and
come over, see what a real man.
I mean, it's like,
That's
home.
good stuff.
As a little kid, that's probably the first time I was searching for my pearls to clutch them. I couldn't believe what this Mr. T was doing, this Clubber Lang. When I was honestly, dude, I was in on Rocky V, George Washington Duke. I mean, like I was in that. That was a. I mean, they kind of blew it with the Don King opportunity because the movie sucked so bad. But the guy who played George Washington Duke was really good. I mean, he maybe overacted a little, but he was going for it. And Tommy Morrison, by the way, you got me now. Now you got me. If you want a freaking sad documentary,
I'm watching a good one right now, an old one.
Well, hold on. Watch the 30 for 30 about Tommy Morrison.
Okay.
It is. I mean, it's so sad, but it's so. The guy he was right there, dude. Like to be this amazing star, and his life just took one of those wicked turns. All right, what are you watching now?
Oh, you ever seen Harlan County, USA?
No.
It's a documentary from the 70s, like kind of a groundbreaking documentary about a coal miner strike in Kentucky. It's pretty, like I'm halfway through it. It's good. It's
okay.
An hour and a half, hour 45. So like a feature length.
I love those. That's a lost art. Dude.
And it's like it's like classic 70s, but it's great. There's no narration. It's just taking you through all these things. And I love a documentary that can do that. I got nothing against narration, but I think it's great when you don't have to do that. And it's highlighting, I mean, one of the poorest, dumbest, uneducated parts of America.
Yeah.
Like it's a real, and again, we're talking 1976, actually the year the first Rocky came out.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, a lot of America didn't know about that. They know that coal miners come out and they get black stuff on their face and, oh, it's a tough living. And that's all they know. And they take you at the beginning of that. They like take you down into the mines. Like they've got the cameras down